Hey YouTube, this is Quentin601. I am trying this again without any interruptions with a phone again. Um, this little situation is dealing with something that I went through Monday night, and I'm really still feeling some type of way, and I really want to go in on this person, but all in all, I'm grown, and like I've said to them, it's paid, and I've wiped my hands with it, and I'm done with the situation and them. But I just wanted to let y'all know what's the tea with this. Okay, a really good friend of mine, I'll say for about 5 years or whatnot, called me Monday night. Monday night, I decided to go out, give myself a little life, a little bar life, because I don't go out too often. And when I go out, I look at it as like it's a treat to myself. It's a treat to myself, and so. Um, this particular friend, she lives in Florida and live in Arizona now. She called me probably at least 30 times within a 3 to 5 minute period window. That's just that window. She called more than that, but that was just that time frame. Okay, I called her back. It went to her voicemail after it ringing like 6 times, 6 or 7 times. It went to her voicemail. Okay, I didn't leave her a message because I know she, like me, we do not check our voicemails. So I sent her a text message. I was like, look, paraphrasing what I said, more or less, I'm busy. I'm not going to be able to accept your phone call after this. I've called you. So she texts back like 2 or 3 minutes later, please call me back. Please call me back. It's an emergency. I need to talk to you, blah, 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 blah. So like 10 to 15 minutes later, I call her. She picked up her phone. She started telling me about what had happened to her this night with in reference to her going to see this guy that she knows and that she had met a couple of years ago and ended up sleeping with him and stuff like that. And so, and I'm not the one to judge. If you're sleeping with this guy, that girl and this girl, and everybody's cool with it, then fine, do y'all. Okay. So she started telling me the drama of like what happened that night. According to her, this guy, she went to see this guy, come to find out that he smokes crack now. That he started wigging out while she was hanging with him. He snatched her purse and tried to run. She basically ran over him with her car, literally run over him with her car. And um, after she did that, she got out of the car and like started to beat him up. And some homeless women or whatever came out of the blue because they saw what happened and this, that, and the other. So it was just a whole bunch of like unbelievable drama that seems like the shit would happen in a movie. Like I have random shit that happen to me when I'm out and about, but nothing's just this damn random and this crazy. And so when I started going in to clock her teeth, because I'm like, okay, one, you've been calling me for the last 2, 3 months every fucking day, killing me slowly, talking about with this money that you're about to get kicked back for your disability. Mind you, let me give y'all this. Let me pause right there. Okay, my friend, she has some mental disabilities. She's schizophrenic, bipolar, and a couple of other things. And so she's finally got been certified as disabled. And so she's finally getting her kickback for disability. She has been telling me for the last 2 months every day of the things that she planned on doing with this money, what she need to do, blah 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 blah. My theory is if any person that knows that they have money coming in and they've already counted their eggs before they hatch, they're gonna blow this money. They're gonna fuck up that money. And so I didn't want to say that to her. I just let her talk. But it did get to a point where I was like, quit telling me this, just write it down and do it. Okay. So she has gotten her car back on the road. She has gotten her license taken care of. And ultimately, what she is trying to do is have her get her own place and get full custody of her kids. Okay, of her kid. Um, and so that's what I was kind of like gonna go in on, like, why are you hanging out with this person this time of night, regardless if they are your friend or not. The point is that you've taken care of the first step of getting your life in order and getting custody of your daughter. You need to be focused now. You need to be focused. And so I was going to say that to her, and before I could get anything out of my mouth of like going in and like clapping her teeth on a positive note and giving her that motivation or whatever the case may be to like change her mind or whatever, like, girl, you fucking up. She goes off the deep end, basically getting loud and over talking me in this phone conversation. So I hung up the phone because and if you calling me and you expect I'm just supposed to sit there and hold the phone while you fucking rant and rave and I not say nothing and I just go, girl, yes, girl, you right, honey, yes, that is some bullshit, girl, that's crazy, yeah, girl, crackheads do that shit, girl. I'm not gonna sit there and give you all of this and stroke your goddamn ego. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not gonna do it. And so she tried to overtalk me. I hung up the phone in her face. I ain't got time for this. You're not about to ruin my night of me being out and enjoying myself. You're not having that control. I'm sorry, you're not having that damn control. And so she ends up texting me some fucked up text messages. And I'm like, okay, where in the fuck is this coming from out of the blue? But basically, what she's saying, and this is a little bit of paraphrasing and a little bit of what it is, she basically said, girl, clock your own fucking tea. I'm not whining about this, and every time I tell you, every time you tell me it's my fault, well, guess what? I know that, but sometimes people remind me why I can't have any friends ever. Fuck you, get your nose out of the air before you tell me what I need to get together. Sorry, you just sound way out of line. Just have fun with your friends. My reply was at first like, huh? Like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like, really, where the fuck is this sideline shit is coming from? And I was like, girl paid like that. And then I responded, and I read the second email, and one about the nose in the air, and I was like, nose in the air? I was like, this is basically what I said. I was like, nose in the air? I was like, girl, really paid with a food stamp. Meaning, I'm not going to scoop down to this level, girl, because you're trying to purchase a meal with a fucking food stamp. You're not going to get any change back. And one, this meal that you're trying to buy, girl, is pre-cooked, and you know damn well that food stamps do not buy a fucking rotisserie chicken out of the grocery store. So you're trying to purchase a fucking item that you know that you cannot goddamn buy with this fucking conversation. So what the reaction you're trying to get out of me, you're not gonna get it. So paid. And so she was like, yes, have fun with your friends. I'll never leave my room, so just call me and tell me your slut stories when you're bored. So that right there, I guess she is insinuating that the only time I call her is when I'm bored, as I need her when I'm bored, and I tell her my stories, which are really only like a few encounters that I've had with a couple of people here that one, I did not sleep with. Two is they are the ones that are like clingy and all this other stuff. And I tell her about these people that are like clingy, cyber stalking, and all this other bullshit. So if I'm not fucking them, then what the fuck are you talking about my slut stories? So I don't understand what the fuck she's coming from with this shit. Granted, I'm not using her mental disposition as a goddamn excuse at this point. Usually I just pay that shit and be like, okay, this bitch is on something right now, paid. But I'm not even using her fucking mental dispositions as a goddamn excuse. So I replied to her, girl, you're going ham right now for what I do not goddamn know. It's like my friends and slut stories. What friends, honey? Because I tell you a few stories of BS. Now they are slut stories. Then I said really paid. And then she's like, then all of a sudden her tone changed. Totally different fucking personality at this point. Like, girl, you getting way defensive. I'm being sarcastic and some other figure of speech. LOL, chill. And then like, what's this really paid BS you talking now? I'm getting some much overdue sleep. Okay. All in all, with this situation, is one, I'm grown. I don't have time to put up for fucking games. I don't have time to be playing these damn games with the phone, blowing up my phone 500 fucking times. If I didn't answer the first two or three times, I'm busy. Common fucking sense. I'm busy. Don't blow up my phone. Don't send me a billion fucking text messages because one, that is not rushing me to answer your fucking phone call or your text message. Two, if you cannot take what the fuck somebody has to say to you, regardless if they are clocking the T in a positive sense or clocking that shit in a negative tense, and just letting you know what the fuck it is, regardless, don't get mad at them because you brought the bullshit to their table, not the other way around. They just didn't come for your fucking juggler just to be coming for your juggler, if that is the case. You know what I'm saying? And so, and for her to go on this tangent talking about call me when you're bored and tell me your slut stories. Okay, yeah, I've been broken up since March. Two, I have not slept with anyone since March because one, I'm getting myself together before I present myself to anybody else on a level of intimacy. I'm getting myself together first because I just left a relationship. I'm not being one of these dumb ass people out here that get out of this relationship and 2 weeks later they're in a relationship with someone else and then wonder why 2 months from then they're in another relationship because they haven't taken the time out to work on their fucking self to oppose of looking for a damn mate. Okay. And if I really wanted to clock her damn tea about slut stories, okay, if I'm giving conversation to someone and we're just kicking back, watching movies, maybe even cuddling and whatever, and maybe even fall asleep together, okay, fine. I'm not fucking them, but I'm not fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry for crack, weed, and this, or whatever the case may be. Talk about slut stories. I could have really went in on that, but I didn't. I didn't give her any fucking response after that. She has called me a couple of times today. She called me tonight and sent me a text message earlier this morning. I'm not answering. I'm not entertaining. Let you figure all this bullshit out. Let you figure all this bullshit out because I don't have time for it. I really do not have time for this shit. It's people go on and they say that they're turning over a new leaf for this year or whatever the case may be, but I realized since March, since being broken up and being on my own, I'm really grown and I have to be in a grown state of mind dealing with people. I can't just let this little kiki kaka bullshit just keep going on and on and on. Like, bitch, I got bills to pay. I got things I need to take care of. I ain't got time to be wrapped up in those sideline bullshit drama that really, all in all, had you thought clearly of the situation, yeah, you can go and visit your friends. You can go and hang out with your friends, whatever. Even if you spent the night with them, that's fine, girl. But all in all, technically, you are a single parent. So for you to be running around past fucking 10 p.m. when you know that you have a child, regardless if you have someone watching them, to me is very fucking irresponsible. To me, it's very irresponsible. And I'm just clocking the T where it needs to be fucking clocked on this. And she coming for me. And I just feel some type of way of like, she has the fucking balls and the goddamn nerve to come for me as if like I'm calling her every day, bugging the fuck out of her with bullshit ass stories. Just like I'm just this complete fucking um what is his name? Fucking trash can monster on Sesame Street. Just like I'm a complete messy bitch that's just out here doing all kind of crazy ass shit. Like I do not have no responsibilities, at least to my fucking self. Get it to fucking together. Ooh, yeah, she got under my nerves, but like I said, people have three strikes with me. Once you have burnt up that third strike, your lifeline is flat. Your lifeline is flat with me at that point. I have nothing else to do with you. You cannot give me life. I cannot give you life. No resuscitation is going on here. I'm sorry. I'm not the one that you can call up and think I'm going to stroke your ego or this, that, and the other, and just think and just tell you all the time what the fuck you want to hear. What? Why would you want a friend in your corner that is just going to tell you basically lies when all in all, in my opinion, a friend will get you together when you need to be gotten together. And if you cannot take that, then that person don't need to be in your corner because they too much for you to handle. And that's just the truth of me speaking up on the situation. So leave me y'all thoughts on this because I've used up my 15 minutes as of right about now. So peace. Bye.